We continue learning Kitzur Yomi, or middle of halachas of Yayin and Nesech. We pick it up in middle of Siman Mem Zayin. We are up to Seif Ches. It says the Kitzur Yeshli Zarim Loitis Chartanav Azogim and Akitos Aidei Akum. You have to be careful not to have a guy remove the peels and the seeds from the wine press. Fil Achshon Siman Yayin Rishon V'Sheni. Even after the first and second pressing was extracted, Shama Yeshalem Oida Teifeach Yayin. They might have a little bit of moisture of wine that the guy's going to touch and make everything usher. And if a guy pours water into wine, if this guy from the mosque, if his intention is to dilute it, also lishtiya. For him, no, this guy from the mosque, if you safek motor. Chaymes yayin shenasev yayin kosher, vinegar that's made from kosher wine in muchazik called kach shemevavei kishev chnos haaretz. If it's so strong that it boils when you pour it on the ground, shavino neser b'magak, and won't be us if a guy touches it. Avalim nasim mistam yenam la'olam ubi surai. It remains usher regardless how strong it is. Sif Yod Aleph says the kids of Chen Yein is Sarav Shanasim Mistam Yein brandy. Shemarim, peel seeds, leaves that are left after they press the grape into wines. Hareu ki yayin atzved is the din of yayin of lanasim yayin kosher or yilach shenasi yayin sarav in magakum asarta. If it's made from yayin kosher or then once it is brandy, it doesn't have a din, a shame, quote unquote, yayin, and a guy touching brandy will not make it usher. Weinstein, tartar of an idol worshiper, excuse me. It's not something that gives you a hana in your palate. This is that which on the walls of the barrels, they make medicines and whatnot. We don't have to be concerned about this. Maga akum davar acher. A guy that touches the wine via an intermediary, something through his force. He picks up the barrel and wine spills. Now, a note of 26, they quote Moshe Feinstein, that of course wearing gloves is not going to help, but we'll mention picking up a wine bottle, that would be called tilta davar acher. He didn't actually touch the wine, and that would have an element of kula to it. Says the Kitzur Sivya Dalo Sheikh Yain Adi Akam Sark Lashkiach Eitam Chamakam Shisha Barzoi Migufa. Anytime you send wine with the guy, you have to be careful that any place is a spigot or a stack of Lachtel Vashtei Chasamas, again, a double seal. Yisrael Sheziyenu Shel Akam Bachsher, if a Jew makes the wine of a guy's grapes, so that'll be kosher. Says the Kitzur. Sometimes two seals and a lock does not help. You have to be careful about this wine, as so quickly it can become ulcer. So you have to be extra scrupulous. Says the Kitzur, utensils of the guy's wine. Cutter only was wine for a short amount of time. And has not had wine the previous 24-hour period. Whether the barrel is made out of leather, shall eat wood, shall glass, shall evan stone, shall metal, and mizu potin. If they're not coated with pitch, you rinse it out 3 times. If it's covered with pitch, Yishlam din acher, chenkli cheres Yishlam din acher. And again, this is going to be one of the eitzahs, some like to say, for the Shari class Shayla, that it's rinsed multiple times, but as we wrote extensively, Lamaisa, it's not true. And they bedavka keep in the wine, and they are not rinsing it out at all. Utensils that you store wine in them, it's made to hold wine for at least 3 days, even if the kli belongs to Yid. And the guy stores food, wine in it for a short amount of time. It needs to be machshanet through Iroi pouring process. How do you do that? If you fill it up with water, overflowing water. Now, see note 33, you can see you can even use cold water. And you keep the water inside of it for 24 hours. And then you pour out the water, and you pour in a second time. You keep that water in it for 24 hours. Or 2, it doesn't have to be 3 times in a row. So it's each time it overflows, 24 hours, you refill it. You can leave the water in there for 3-4 days. It still has 1 din of 24 hours. It's each refill. It doesn't help. Something that soaks inside of it has a din of like it was cooked in a baya hagala. You need to do hagala. One should lechatchila be machmir. And we continue with Sivir Chaz Klis Chuches, glass utensils. Kiva Shem Chalakim Vikashim, they're smooth and they're hard. Even though you put wine in them for storage, because it's glass, it doesn't really accept the bliya as much. But by the way, you notice that some people say, glass is nothing. It's not what the Kitzur said. The Kitzur said that you still have to do Iroi 3 times. Continues the Kitzur Sif Yud test. Kli sheyabo yain shalanu kli, a utensil with kosher wine. V'ira saying you pour wine. And while the kli is wet, it can make something else wet. Nagish akum. You have to rinse it out. It says the kids now, which this rinsing out urine process helps. This is only when you use it with cold. Then avada, we know hagala kemoi mishari yisrun have to do hagala. We can conclude with Chav Aleph Kli Hagas, utensils of the wine press, the winemaking equipment. Avopishim machlisvim yayin the kima kivsham shebehem yayin yivishef. Use a lot of wine. Chamiri yushicha shelas chav meilachshir. And have to ask a shayla how to be machshir, and I'll pick it up from here. B'siyata dishmaya.